Why not Trump? Harvey Weinstein got publicly accused by 59 women of harassment or assault and rape and immediately lost his company. His family faces possible prosecution and got booted from the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. Vince Bucci and Vision app reporter Mark Halperin got accused of sexual misconduct by 5 women and immediately lost gigs at both NBC and MSNBC, lost his Penguin publishing contract, and HBO killed a planned movie based on his reporting. Fox swine Bill O'Reilly, Roger Ailes and Eric Bolling, to name just 3, got accused of all kinds of awful sexual behavior by dozens, often paid out millions, and when it all became public after decades, lost almost everything. Then there's the horror in the White House. Donald Trump. He was accused by over a dozen women of sexual assault, harassment and misconduct, and was elected President of the United States. Meantime, Billy Bush, the dopey former Today Show host Trump had advised to grab them by the pee, lost his job at NBC for participating in the conversation. Being the nephew of the former president doesn't protect you, but being the candidate of the president does. Tragically, no matter what we American voters like to believe about ourselves, we clearly still harbor some kind of primitive admiration for what we think of as manly men in the White House, predators who treat women like objects to be taken at will. No, JFK had more women than a convent. Uncredited app Bill Clinton's girlfriend posed spread eagle naked in penthouse before he took office. While there, he was accused of rape, groping and exposing himself by 3 separate women. The Clinton machine caused the ruination of then 21-year-old intern Monica Lewinsky, with whom he did not have sex, but did have a salacious relationship. After he left office, he earned bazillions and then, when bored, convinced a huge swath of the American public that his victimized wife was a women's rights advocate who should also be president. Jessica Hill app this past week, President George Bush the Elder issued a second apology for touching a woman's backside. He says it was to put them at ease. What so how is it that, in this climate, where sexual harassment claims are flying around power circles as fast as ghouls on Halloween and decided upon even quicker, Trump gets to remain defiantly rude even when sexual misconduct allegations against him resurfaced again this week, a year after he called his accusers liars? Lawyers for former Apprentice contestant Summer Zervis asked for all documents relating to the accusations. Zervis refuses to be shut up and isn't afraid of all the power in the world. And we women need to have her back because men sure won't. At a presser this week, the leader of the free world reiterated his smear. All I can say is it's totally fake news, just fake. It's fake, it's made up stuff. And it's disgraceful what happens. No, it's not. What is disgraceful is when men like him make the worst happen, and then go on to become President of the United States. Trump bungles JFK records release. What's a conspiracy theorist shifted when he who lives to report rumor, innuendo and insane theories as truth can't release the secret records of the biggest conspiracy theory in American history, the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. The JFK assassination is, for conspiracy theorists, the biggest government cover-up since aliens crash-landed in Roswell. Bigger even than the government's secret involvement in 9/11 and President Obama's faking of the Sandy Hook Elementary School massacre. HANDOUTREUTERS. What does President Trump do in such a situation? Tweet, that's what. He first tweeted that he'd release the classified files. Then, on the appointed day, he said he wasn't releasing the classified files for national security reasons. Didn't he know this 5 days earlier? Oh, right. He doesn't like to read long documents and has his staff boil them down to talking points. New Ken Career failing NY Times fake news release documents. If President Donald doesn't watch his back, he'll end up as a conspiracy theory himself, the president who is covering up the truth of the JFK assassination. Down with pedestrian moles. The unbearable traffic congestion in the city has caused New Yorkers, according to one study, to have more rage than all other cities. And no, paying $8 to drive through Midtown won't solve it, it will only cause us to get even angrier. Now we have more cars, more bike stations, fewer parking spaces, bike lanes instead of car lanes, and parking in the middle of the street. Get out on the left, you get hit by a bike. Get out on the right, you get hit by a car. It's an easy fix. Tear out the pedestrian malls, give us back full lanes for traffic, cut the bike stations by half. Oh, and fire the traffic commissioner. Causing the worst traffic in history isn't a great reason to keep your job. Brendan McDermott shut up bill giving new meaning to the word chutzpah. Bill O'Reilly filed a $5 million lawsuit against former New Jersey legislator Michael Panter for a Facebook post in which Panter claims the former Fox phenom sexually harassed Panter's ex-girlfriend. O'Reilly is suing for the public hatred, ridicule, disgrace and permanent harm, as a result of defendant Panter's publication of knowingly false defamatory statements. If you and your former company paid out something like $45 million in hush money to women, wouldn't you just, well, hush up?